welcome to the Whisky.com news on the 10th of July 2018. And we have a ton of interesting news, and the first one from Scotland. A bit shocking, Glenmorangie is having a shortage. It's not that bad. Glenmorangie is seriously having more and more demand, so Glenmorangie is experiencing less and less stock in their warehouses. So what they're doing is the right thing. They are expanding. What they're doing is they're building a new still house with 2 new stills. So they are expanding from 12 stills to 14 stills. And they're keeping the size of and the shape of the stills exactly the same as the old ones. They got the permit in March, and they will start building soon. So they want to be finished until next year. And the good news is that the Glenmorangie distillery will be open during the construction. So they're building a new still house, and you can still walk through the old distillery and the old stills and experience the distillery as you used to be able to. So the next one is the Glen Allachie distillery. The Glen Allachie distillery is a new distillery, not quite that new. They bought the distillery from the big companies, and they're now under the control of 3 Scottish people. So it's Billy Walker, Trish Savage, and Graham Stevenson. They're all purely Scottish. They're a bit older already, but they got lots of experience in the industry, and they now released the core range. And the good thing about the core range is they're all uncolored, not chill filtered, and as you can see, there's always a number on it, so they all carry an age statement. So it's really pure Scottish experience. I'm going to try these 4 over the next weeks. If you already want to know how they are and what the distillery is like, then go to our blog and see that we have a distillery video about the GlenAllachie distillery. So the next news from America, and it's the Barton distillery again. Yeah, the other half, the second half of the collapsed warehouse also collapsed. But this time they have been a bit prepared. So the whiskey is not draining into the environment anymore. And we have a bit of an update from the last story. The whiskey that flew out of the warehouse or out of the broken barrels into the rivers killed 800 fish. So yes, it does have an impact on the environment, but it's not as bad as you have to kind of, take out the polluted earth, and as whiskey is pretty much a natural product, and it will be eaten by bacteria or digested by nature in some sort. But still, the fish, 800 of them had to die because of alcohol poisoning. So my advice to the Barton distillery: check your other warehouses. Maybe there's a few other old warehouses that you want to replace. Okay, we move over the pond back to Great Britain, and we're in Northern Ireland. Northern Ireland used to have a whiskey distillery called the Arcy Old Irish Whiskey. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. And McKeown just purchased the distillery in 2017, and then he haggled around, and they finally got the permit to renovate the distillery. And they want to fully renovate the distillery, open it up again, and create a distillery with about 50 employees. So they want to build quite a big distillery, and they want to sell premium Irish whiskey. Interesting. We used to have a lot of smaller distilleries popping up in Ireland, but now they want to build a really big one. It also should be a tourist attraction, so hopefully when the distillery opens, we will be able to visit them as well. So, thank you very much for watching. If you found this video interesting, then please feel free to share it with your friends, and see you next week.